Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hello, Miss Angela, and we have Puddin', and let's see, Kimberly's in the house, and Miss Carrie, and Jennifer, and Mary. Welcome in, ladies. What are we working on today? Did you enjoy your long weekend? Getting the fun crafting done? No, throwing all kinds of questions at you right off the bat. Hello, Miss Sally. I have been playing with my new camera and put up a couple videos. Well, one of the videos you guys haven't seen, and I'm not sure I'm actually going to release it because I didn't record it on the setting that I needed to record it on to do what I was trying to do. So it works, but it's not the video that I was trying to make. So I think I did. I put this video up that I'm speaking about for one specific person. My friend Liz from Liz Crochet and More had asked me to make her a video on how to chain ply. And with the new camera, I should be able to, in editing, zoom in to different areas and focus on what I'm trying to focus on um, to show specific things. Well, I didn't record on the right settings, so you can see what I'm doing, but it's not as visible as I would like it to be. So I did let Liz see it because she's who it was made for, but I think I'm going to um, remake that video and release it the way that I want it to be. Oh, I'm really loving the new camera. I made my butter video with the new camera. I think it's very nice and clear. The only thing I'm not real excited about is it does leave a watermark on the video and pictures saying what camera it is. And that's not a problem, but I don't really necessarily want it to be there. You know what I mean? But hello, Miss Deborah. Welcome in, and Miss Bonnie. Great to see you, sweetheart. And Demetra, welcome in. And Carrie said I spent the weekend out of state with friends in Boston. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, it's this is all the bigger it is. It's got a lens on both sides of the camera, so you can actually take video in 360. And if you put it on the right platform, edited the right way, um, a person with VR headset can actually look around and see everything that was recorded. I think that's really awesome. I can't wait to do some of that. We actually started looking at this camera because we want to start a just a writing channel, where we put out videos of our bike rides and stuff like that, because we do plan on starting to do more bike trips, even if they're just, out and about for the day type trips. I live in a very beautiful part of the state, so I'd like to, take you guys along for the ride so you can see some of the beautiful areas that I get to explore out on the motorcycle. Hopefully, we will be doing what is known as the Tail of the Dragon, which is essentially an extremely twisty, bendy road up in the mountains. So I can't wait to go on that ride. And hello, Chris. Welcome in, sweetheart. Thank you for stopping by. And right off the bat tonight, the first thing we're going to do before we get into our stitch of the month, which hopefully you guys won't riot about. I know it's not a lot of people's favorite stitch. A lot of people are very intimidated by the stitch, but I promise you that it looks far more complicated than what it actually is. It is truly a very simple stitch to do. If you just take it one stitch at a time. So hopefully you guys will at least give it a try with me. And bonus points for, of course, you get an automatic entry into our live giveaway if you complete a project with our Stitch of the Month, but you will get 2 entries if you decide to go and make my tank top tutorial, which is done in this stitch. And I do that just because I think it's a really fun tutorial, and I think it's a really cute tank top, and I would love to see some other people rocking it. I think it's really cute. But yeah, there you go, Miss Deborah. The thumbs is missing. Go smash them. I like that one. All right, so we have between donations, entries from the lives, and members, because all members get added onto this list automatically. We have 76 entries. Oh, and we got an ad. Okay. Shoot, why is there an ad now? For goodness sakes. And also, if you completed a project, you would get an entry into this giveaway. Just as a reminder, as what the prize was. We have a hook and needle bag. We have a hook and needle bag with a zipper top. We have a takeout bag with the pretty leaves. We have some dinosaur in space cake cozies in 2 different sizes. Ah, Mama G, how you doing, beautiful? And Stitch to Studio by Nicole, a hank of yarn. If you are allergic to wool and you win this, please let me know. I will put something else in the bag, as well as, and I'm going to put some of my progress keepers as well, but there's also this very, very pretty sun catcher, a pretty hummingbird. Go back away. I've got 1.5 billion prizes going out between now and Wednesday. If you win, please do let me know ASAP. I will purchase the shipping and get it all ready, but just for transparency, I'm probably not going to go to the post office like tomorrow morning, knowing that Wednesday we're going to have a live and a whole bunch of prizes going out. So I'm just going to wait until probably Thursday morning when all the people have sent in their address, and I can just go and drop everything off at once. It just makes it a little bit easier on me. Okay, we're gonna pop that camera back up just so you guys can, hopefully you can see that. It's from 1 to 76, and 7 was already on the screen, so we're gonna hit generate number 5. Okay, and just for transparency, Artie 60 is number 5, and Artie won with one of the word drops from the live. That's how Artie got in. Just I put a little star by the people that win, just so I know, because I think it's kind of fun to know. So when we see Artie, I'm sure they will be in here tonight, and we can let them know that they have won our prize pack. Hello, Nessa. Welcome in. And Miss Sally, welcome in. Now, the stitch we're doing tonight, we're going to do it in a multiple of 10 plus 1. I know this stitch as the Queen's Cable stitch, but I'm sure it has 1.5 billion different names. And the yarn I'm using is one of my hand spun yarns. It rose from a 3 weight all the way up to a very hefty 4 pushing a 5. You know, like it's not quite a 5, but you know, she gained another hair or two, we would be there. Make sure I'm. Come on. All right, so I'm going to do just 31. Hello, Miss Mandy. Welcome in. It's great to see you. And I'm sorry my fingers look disgusting. I've been dyeing yarn. So, yeah, when I was rinsing, I wasn't thinking and didn't put no gloves on. So I got all dyed. We're going to do a double crochet in the second chain from the hook. And now, here's the part where everyone gets scared, but I promise you, it'll be okay. Now we're going to do a triple crochet where we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and we're going to go into the 5th chain and do a triple crochet. We're going to do another triple in the next chain. And again, a triple in the next chain space. And one more triple forward, so that makes 4 in a row. Now we're going to go back and we're going to work them stitches that we skipped. So we're going to go behind the 4 stitches we just made, and then we're going to go next to that double crochet and work our triple crochet into that stitch. And we're going to do another triple in the next chain space. And a triple in the next chain space. And one more triple in that last chain space. And then we're going to do a double crochet in the first chain or the very next chain space that's available. So after your cable. So then if you straighten it up, it will look like this. So you have your ones you made first are in the front, and the last 4 you made are in the back. Oh, shoot, sorry. I'll do it again. Okay. So, sorry about that. I'm going to put out a tutorial for you guys where I'll be able to, I always pick the wrong yarn. I figured this yarn would be good to see, but it's not showing up. Let me pick something else. See, times like this is when I really need my mail back. Someone that can yell at me and say, "Hey, silly, you're off camera." So I'll chain this out again, and I'm sorry, guys. I will do better. I promise. I'll get better at this. All right, I'll just do 21. All right, so we're going to do a double crochet in the second chain from the hook. And then we're going to do a triple crochet in the 5th chain. So we're going to skip 4 and do a triple crochet and we're going to do 3 more triple crochets and 1 in each chain. Oh, I didn't wrap my hook enough. So we did a double, we skipped 4 chains, and then we did 4 triples in a row. Now we're going to do another triple, but we're going to go behind our 4 triples we just did. So I just kind of put them down, and we're going to pick up that first chain that we skipped, and we're going to put a triple crochet in that chain, and then in the following 3 chains. So we're going to do another 4 triple crochets in a row. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on. My internet says you're not allowed to do that today, or StreamYard does, one of the two. So, I guess instead of the live crochet along, we will just chit chat and whatnot, and I will put out the tutorial. Hopefully, I'll have it out for you guys tomorrow. I'm really sorry. I don't know if it's because the king is watching TV and it's just lagging me down too much or what's going on, but it just won't allow me to have that device going. Well, wonderful. If anybody would like to come up and stitch with me for a while or hang out for a while, am I not back for everybody? Well, I have made a tank top with that stitch. I made the king a really nice sweater with the stitch. Actually, I'll go get it and I'll show you real quick. It'll just take me 2 seconds. Okay. When I first started crocheting, in the first year that I started crocheting, Bod, Bago Day Crystal put this tutorial out, and I absolutely had to make it for the king. I fell in love with it, and this tutorial made me absolutely fall in love with this stitch. Now, I made it in Red Heart Super Saver, so he can only wear it once or twice a year because it's just too hot for here. But the front of this sweater is all that cable stitch. And like I said, at the beginning of the live, I actually have a tank top tutorial with that stitch. You could also make cowls or, scarves with it. It's also very beautiful. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. In blankets, anything where a bit of texture is appropriate, it's to me it works well. Thank you, Puddin'. Honestly, all the stitches, every single stitch that you look at is made up of the basic stitches you learn when you're first learning to crochet. So, I mean, no matter if it's lace or any kind of cable stitching or anything like that, it's all singles, doubles, triples, half doubles. If you take it just one piece of the stitch at a time, you can do any amazing stitch that you see out there. Well, it actually does kind of give you, like right here, it kind of looks like you have a little bowl. I promise you, once you keep going, it will look better. and it'll get a lot easier. The first row is a little fiddly because you're dealing with the chain. See, I don't really do swatches. I know I'm a bad girl when it comes to wearables, but I don't really do swatches. It's the Queen's cable stitch. Well, at least that's what I've learned it as. You know, every stitch has 6 different names. Yeah, wearables is my happy place. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love making amigurumi. I love making things for the house. I will make a blanket. Blankets are not my happy place at all. Like, no. Yeah, you can start with the foundation stitch if you want to. Hello, Miss Lydia. Welcome in, sweetheart. I dyed a couple more yarns since the video I put out yesterday. Um they're hanging up to dry right now. I took 2 Hobby Lobby hand dyed yarns that I wasn't real keen on. I just bought them because they were on the clearance sale for ridiculously cheap. See, Ian, we get along great. Ian, the blankets are not my happy place. I will make them, but yeah, no, thank you. But now I completely forgot where I was going. Sorry, left the track. Oh, kitchen cotton is stiff and horrible. Yeah. See, I love the look of blankets, and then like when I see someone make an extremely wonderful blanket, there's a huge part of me that says, "Ooh, I've got to do it. I love it. I love it." And then I get started, and then I'm bored. You only make blankets when Miss C asks you to, huh? Well, she must be pretty special if you're willing to do it for her. Well, she is pretty special. She's a wonderful lady. I have one of her some bunnies up in. She's right there next to the puppy. Oh, awesome, Deborah. I bet it's going to be just absolutely gorgeous when you're done. Well, I guess that probably depends because like I absolutely love wearing my shawls. Especially like in the fall around here where when you go out say mid-afternoon like to the let's say to the fair, right? When by the time the fair comes here in November or October, yeah, October. Um when we leave in the late afternoon to go, it's rather hot, you know, so you want to be in shorts and a tank top. But the second that sun starts going down, it gets a little brisk. So I like to have a shawl with me so that I can just cover my shoulders or my arms because then I don't get too cold. And I also don't get overheated when it's hot out. So it you know, it's when you don't quite need a sweater yet, but you need something. I like to have my shawls. That and I don't know, sometimes they kind of dress up a plain Jane outfit. All right, see you later, Mama G. Love you. You know, sometimes I'll be wearing just something plain and isn't no frills to it, and I'll throw on a shawl just to add a little bit of spice. You can do it, Deborah. I have faith in you. Right? No swatch required for blankets. Yeah. I s- I have swatched a couple times, but in general, I know, like, I don't know, but I know what I don't know how I know, I guess is how I should say it. But I just know when I have the right size. Like if I'm doing a cable stitch something, I know when I make the chain, it needs to go around me plus a little bit because the cable stitch is going to tuck it in. Unless I want it to be form fitting, and then in that case, I'll make it just so it goes around me in the appropriate spot to make it where it fits all the other spots. Um, so that's how I kind of work. I don't really work with swatches and all that most of the time. And you'll see in most tutorials I don't give you most of the time an exact chain count, hook size, or yarn size, because just because a 2 weight is appropriate for me in what I'm making, say I'm making a sweater and a 2 weight is appropriate for me if I'm doing a tutorial. If you live up north, a 2 weight might not be appropriate for the sweater that you want to make. You might need to make a 4 weight sweater because you're in a more cold environment and you need the warmth more than I do. So if I give you an exact stitch count and yarn size, then you might think that you're not able to make whatever it is I'm showing you, where in fact you can. You just have to use the mathematical formulas or whatever to get the size that you need. And I try to tell you or try to explain to you how you get what you need with the size yarn and hook that you want to use. Well, and if it ever came down to it, I've said it, quite a few times. If there's something, like if I'm teaching you guys something how to do, and or even if it's not one of my tutorials, even if it's someone else's tutorial, and you need help with figuring out the math of it, just hit me up and I'll help you figure out what you need to do. If I need to do the math for you, that's not a problem. I can do that. Hello, Bear. How you doing, sweetheart? Well, I started this channel to make friends and build a community. And that means that, if I'm here, if I'm able to tell you guys stuff about me and tell you all the stuff that's going on in my life, you guys should also be able to, should be a two-way street if it's a community and a friendship, right? I mean, obviously, I can't sit and have a conversation with absolutely everyone every time they want to, because, well, then I would never ever get anything done. But I can, offer some time, and work with people to be able to help them out when they need it. Oh, awesome. Can't wait to see that. I have not attempted spinning straw into gold yet, but maybe one day I'll be able to get there. I was this close to making a 2-hour trip this last weekend. I found a wheel on Facebook for 50 bucks. Only problem is it didn't have any other bobbins. It only had just the one bobbin that came with it, and I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to find replacement bobbins for it. Right. That's the way I kind of figure it too, Jennifer. So far, so good. It works for me. And you are right, Miss Karen. You are definitely right. The different yarns behave in different ways, and knowing that and making accommodations for that is very important. Oh, that's right. That's definitely a good way to do it, Miss Bonnie, for sure. Because it's unfortunately so many people just throw things in the washing machine. Um, no, I knew what you were saying for sure. I'm dyslexic, so I probably read it the right way the first time. For whatever reason, my brain says, "Oh, autocorrect," and just fixes that stuff. It's probably because it's used to me typing. I better write that down. Is Miss Sally back yet from the ads? Everything in the washing machine. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I forgot. I overdyed a couple Hobby Lobby yarns, and I overdyed Creative Grandma's knit crate yarn. They turned out really, really nice. They're still hanging to dry, but one turned out like a darker teal, and the other two turned out a lighter teal, but all three are very tonal. Yeah, yeah, I got the wool wash too. I absolutely love that stuff. Especially for washing the King and I socks, because he wears his hand knit socks around the house nonstop, so I'm constantly washing them. But let me go grab that yarn. I'll show you how it turned out. They need to dry a bit yet. Um, this was a mini I had left over from when I did a celebration box for someone. This one here was Creative Grandma's yarn. And it's, I don't know. That camera's not real great for colors, but it's fairly decent. And then there's these two. Now, all three were dyed in the same pot at the same time. Well, all four actually, but I love how they turned out. These, all three of them were speckled yarns, so there was quite a bit of bare space, but you can see a little bit of the speckling. Uh-oh, Kitty's making a mess. Hello, Miss Dawn P. How are you? And then I was so happy to get the self-striping yarn. I was like, ooh. This was a lot of cranking. I had to take the hank and crank it onto the ball winder. And then from the ball winder into my mini Addy, which was, the Addy went around 600 and sometimes. It was like 650. Might have been 550. I might have lied. It was between 550 and 650. But you have to crank it like 3 or 4 times for every time the Addy goes around. It was a lot of cranking. And then I had to crank it back into a cake after it dried. And now I have to crank it back into a hank. Yes, it should be there pretty soon. Let me see. Did I forget? I forgot to start that. Huh. Oops. Okay. It's at the Leesville post office right now. They have not sent it out of there yet. So your package will probably be there in the next day or two. It shouldn't take too long to get from me to you. Oh goodness. Thank you, Miss Puddin'. Thank you very much. I will get you wrote down here in just a second. Let's see, did you make a long? Oh, but yeah, I made like a self-striping yarn using the Addy. But the stripes are very tonal. Hello, Kristen. Welcome in. See, this is that yarn hanked up. So it goes from this dark green into a teal color and then a navy blue color and then finally into a bright blue. And I think just because there are so many lives scheduled already this month and so much going on between all the channels, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my yarn sale next Monday on our Monday Night Live. That way I don't have to schedule any other live time slot. hopefully you guys are all right with that. And it's so soft. It's 2-weight yarn again, 400 and some yards, I believe. I have to name them all yet and make their bands. And I just got in a whole bunch of new wax colors for my wax seals that I put on the bands of my yarn. So I'm going to be able to play and have more fun again. I like having a lot of colors because I like to mix colors together to make cool looking wax seals. Good tea. Yummy, yummy. But we have the live sale coming up for next Monday, and we have the Podiversary coming on. We're doing it on Wednesday on the 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to mark your calendars so that you can come in and celebrate and party with us. We have 11 prizes going out that day, or 10 prizes going out that day from me. And then we have like 11 or 12 donated prizes as of right now. And you never know, we might end up with even more donated prizes before, that live actually takes place. And so it's gonna be a prize giveaway extravaganza. Yeah, I really like doing the wax seals. I think it adds a bit of royalty to it, which is good for the channel. And it's kind of fun. I don't know why it did that. I didn't realize that was up there. Yes, a prize fest. We got bags galore going out. We have mystery boxes of yarn. We have mystery bags of yarn. We have specific yarn that's going out, including we do have 2 hanks of hand-dyed yarn. It was dyed by me, but Miss Wanda, Navy Mommy, purchased it and donated it back to the channel to give out to my friends at the party. So that'll be a lot of fun. Hello, Miss Lydia. Welcome in. Is that our Miss Lydia or is that a different Miss Lydia? Let's see. Let's do... Oh, not that. Since it's the beginning of the month, we can do that. See who gets them. And Jennifer Rodriguez, Kristen A, Diane Major, Demetra, and Kristen F. Congratulations and welcome to the crew. Hello, Maribel. How are you, sweetheart? It's great to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Well, you're very welcome. I just pushed the button just so everyone knows, and YouTube picks the people that win randomly. I have nothing to do with who gets that's a different Lydia. Okay. Well, that's awesome. I love the name. My sister's name is actually Lydia May. So every time I see the name Lydia, I always have to smile. And I was going to ask, is there any other recipes or anything particular in the kitchen that you guys would like to see? I will be doing homemade rolls this week because I'm going to be making some rolls with pulled pork for the king. He absolutely loves having barbecued pork or pulled pork. So I like to make that up for him. It's easy for him to take to work and have, just heat it up and have a sandwich. So I like to keep him happy. And he's very southern, so the carbs make him very happy. Well, the kitchen videos right now are doing better than any of my crochet videos. So I have no problem whatsoever doing them. And I love being in the kitchen. So I love to cook and bake and just, food makes people happy. And the way that kind of happiness makes me happy. So food is definitely one of my love languages. I love to cook and bake for the people that are around me. I think that's, very Italian. If you leave my house hungry, it's your fault. I just tonight I took my basil out of my herb drying racks, and so I've got probably it over a third of a 1 gallon Ziploc bag of dried basil from my herb garden now. I would stay in the kitchen 24/7 if someone would come and do the dishes. That's the only part of the kitchen I don't like. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that everyone's been seeing the cooking videos and the butter video and that. You didn't do your garden this year, Miss Deborah? I know you've been so busy. Right? And I even have a dishwasher and I still like, oh, the dishes. Oh, that's a good idea to freeze it. That way you can keep it fresh. Yeah. I did basil, oregano, and catnip. So I gotta process my oregano yet, and I have to clean up my catnip yet, or clean up my oregano too, yet. But right, that darn job, those mortgage payments. Yeah. All right, I'll take the blame this time, Chris. I'll take the blame. You know. Heck yeah, I'll cook all day long if someone will do the dishes. And I'll make everything from scratch too. It's not a problem. I actually was naughty before the live started and I had me a 7-Up float. Some just Breyer's all natural vanilla ice cream. Not sponsored or affiliated anyway. That just happens to be the one that I like. Uh, and some 7-Up. Uh, I really like them. But that's why my belly's been so grumbly tonight because the darn bubbles in the soda get me. Yeah, dishes are the worst. Sounds good, Miss Deborah. We need to get together. I've been awful about reaching out. No excuse. I am the worst when it comes to actually remembering to text somebody. For some reason, I expect them to hear it when I'm thinking about them. Oh, chocolate malt crunch. Chocolate malt crunch. Wow, that sounds like an extremely sweet ice cream. We're just so busy. We are going to be going away. I don't know. I better just check that real quick, huh? I don't know if that's going to affect any of our lives or not. Nope. Okay, we're good. We will be going on a short little vacation the beginning of next month, just a little 2-day or 2-night trip on the bike. But we won't miss our lives or anything for that. Thank you, Miss Melanie. I'm going to get you wrote down. And we'll go, thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't do that for the last one, so we'll do that too again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's the king's birthday on the 4th. So we're gonna go down to bike week, which we're supposed to be. I gotta talk to the king tonight and make sure what day he wants to do it, because I'm gonna actually get to meet another one of you lovelies, Miss Dawn P. While I'm down there, we're supposed to go out and get lunch. It's only been delayed for the last year. We were supposed to meet up and do something, get lunch last year. Unfortunately, the hurricane came through, so. Oh, Miss Deborah. Yeah, last year the hurricane came through and we didn't get to go on our trip. So, barring no hurricanes happen again this year, we will get to make our trip and get to have lunch. So I'm really looking forward to that. And for Miss Deborah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Safeways. I think I've seen one of those once. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've ever been into a Safeway, but I've seen one once. My favorite ice cream has always been from the Swans Man, but it is so hard to have a Swans Man come to my house with the King's rotating schedule. I can't be having them ringing the bell if he's sleeping, and they don't always come at a consistent time or a consistent day, so I just haven't had them come to the house. Hello, Miss Eden. Welcome in, sweetheart. It's great to see you. There's Grandma's favorite grocery store. Yeah, you can get a lot of stuff from Swans. They got some good stuff. Swans went out of business? Oh, that's just sad. Well, I suppose, though, with them having to go to everyone's home and not having a brick and mortar store through 2020, yeah, that would definitely. That is just really sad. They had the best chocolate marshmallow ice cream. Yummy. Hello, Miss Mimi Tammy. All right. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. And oh, just a reminder for anyone that has not yet sent in their scavenger hunt where they found creatures. And just a little hint, hint, hint for the people that are in the chat here. If you watch my last chance video, our little friends that we're hunting for are glaringly on the screen. So just so you can get some entries, go and watch that video and then email me who you found. You should be able to find all of them, hint, hint, hint. And I'll get you on the wheel, because right now, granted, everyone that is entered in is on there several times, because in almost every video, there was between 3 and 5 chances to find our creatures. But as of right now, we have 640 names on our picker wheel. So you have until midnight on the 2nd. If you haven't sent me an email by the midnight on the 2nd, you won't be able to get in on it. And we've got 2 people are going to take home a prize from that wheel, not just one. So just saying, after this live, go watch that video. And if you want more chances, a few other videos, and then email me. Would Miss Deborah win this time? She's a lucky lady. Oh, Mom's at the pharmacy today. Miss Lisa's always out and about. That girl, she stays on the run. It is, but it's actually only just a few people, but I had a few people that were very vigilant, and they didn't find every single creature that was to be found in every single video, but they came very, very close. And matter of fact, there has been such a good response to this scavenger hunt that Miss Wanda and I were talking earlier today, and I've decided to add like a monthly scavenger hunt, where I'll pick a creature for the month, and I'll let you know at the beginning of the month, and when you find that creature, in what video you find that, when you find that creature or whatever in a video, you will email me the same way we've done this time, and that will get you an automatic entry into our live giveaway for the month, as well as an entry into our cauldron giveaway for the month. So you will be entered into 2 different prize categories by finding that little creature by watching my videos. We just decided on that today, so I haven't even made a video about it yet. You guys are the first to know. So I will get a video out and let you know what creature we are going to hunt for this month. But I thought that'd be kind of fun, and just a little something special to make it a little more fun to watch the videos. You got to find the hidden object. Oh, you want a cake at Michi's? Michi gives some of the nicest yarn away. Out before 8 a.m. Ooh. 8 a.m. is, sometimes I'm still awake at 8 a.m. I haven't gone to bed yet. The King's going back on nights this week, so I got to help keep him awake and going. So yesterday, he scared the ever-living bejesus out of me. I was sitting here trying to finish up a little bit of editing on one video so that I could record the chain plying video that I did for Liz. And all of a sudden, the dog started going off and acting crazy. And hello, Diana, welcome in, sweetheart. And I couldn't, like, our motorcycle is so quiet, even with my window that is like right in, in front of me and right in front of the driveway. Our motorcycle is so quiet. He came in, pulled in, and I didn't even hear him. Oh, goodness sakes, with these ads. Okay. Yeah, gotta get that baby to sleep. It needs lots of sleep so she can, or so they can grow big. But all of a sudden, the dog started going off and acting crazy, and I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" And oh, we ride a Honda Goldwing, so like it's quiet. So I was hollering at them, trying to get them to quiet down. And all of a sudden, he walks in the house. I about jumped out of my skin. I'm like, "What are you doing home?" It was like he come home like 4 hours early or something like that from work. It's because they were doing a update on the computers at work, and the computers crashed. So they got to get things up and running again before the plant can run, because all of the machines, you got to scan the material and whatnot. So they need the computers running so that they can track all the stuff that they need to track to build the tires. Yeah, we used to ride a Harley. We had a wide glide, I think, and we traded it in and got the Honda, got the Goldwing. The gold, see, the problem, we liked the Harley, we did. But like if you went, 45 minutes down the road, you'd have to stop in at the gas station, not because you needed gas, not because you needed anything in the gas station particularly, but because your bum had fallen asleep and gone numb or was hurting so bad that you just had to get off and stretch. Where we can get on the Goldwing and ride out an entire tank of gas, you know, not have to stop anywhere for anything, because it's just such a comfortable ride, you know. And we want to be able to take trips as well. So we're going to be getting a trailer in that for our bike, so that we can actually take camping trips. And we're planning at some point to ride out and see the Grand Canyon, as well as going to Sturgis, which, that's a long ride. See, I would have to get a smaller bike too for me to actually ride um my own bike, because I'm only 5'2". So yeah, I gotta get a smaller built bike or a low ride type bike, because I'm short on both ends. My torso is short and my legs are very short. Yeah, South Dakota I think is gonna be a really beautiful ride. I can't wait to make that trip. And I told the king that we absolutely have to go to the Grand Canyon when we go because that's just a really, really long trip. And if we're already on that side of the country, you know, like I just want to see it. Oh, that I wish it would have for you, Miss Bonnie. I think that it would have been an amazing trip. But you know, it's never too late to go. You can always, uh, you can always still do it if you really want to. Good night, Miss Kimberly. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Like, we probably won't do a lot of like the bike event stuff as far as like we're not drinkers, we're not partiers, we're quiet, keep to yourself kind of people. We both really enjoy music, although we enjoy different kinds of music. He's much more of the angry metal headbanging stuff where I like everything but that. My neighbor lost her. She's got a trike, four wheelers, put them on. Oh, I'm sorry she lost her husband. Yeah, I think sunset at the Grand Canyon would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, four wheelers are a lot of fun. Yeah, see, I can't do the angry music because it just makes me angry. I don't know what it is about that music, but I get so grrr. But he loves it. So, and I'm glad for anybody that finds a music that they absolutely love because music really does wonderful things for us. Right? I think so too, Miss Eden. I think so too. Beautiful place. Yeah, I unfortunately, I don't think a camera really in that instance could capture something that beautiful. I mean, it would be still a beautiful picture, but I think that would be definitely one of those things that's very, very much more special when you can actually see it and witness it with your own eyes. Yes, live music is amazing. I've only ever been to like country western concerts as far as like professional singers. Um, but I love going out and listening to a live band. Um, my daughter's father actually played. Um, he played bass guitar and he could play leads a little bit, but he preferred to play bass. I always wanted to learn to play the guitar, but my fingers are very, very short. I'd still like to learn to play the violin. I would really like to learn to play the violin. I used to play the saxophone, but I don't have the wind for it anymore. My heart isn't strong enough to let my lungs be strong enough to blow the saxophone anymore. I think the one yarn that I dyed, I think I'm going to end up over dyeing that one because I don't really care for how it turned out. Now, let's see. It's about that time of night. We probably should put our keyword in for the night. Pick our winners. Go. Oh, that sounds awesome, Miss Bonnie. Share, that would be awesome. Okay, we're going to put the word in friends, and this is for a chance to get into the live giveaway for the month of September, sorry. I will pick out a prize pack in the next week or two and show you guys what that is. We will be picking 5 winners from this live, just in appreciation for you guys being here and spending time with me, even though it got all flubbed up. We try things, we live and we learn, and we'll keep trying. Eventually, we'll get it down pat. I appreciate you guys hanging in there while we're going through these growing pains of learning how to do all this and being more comfortable on the camera and doing the lives and stuff like that. So I really appreciate when you guys come in and spend time with me. Thank you, Miss Dan, Miss Terry. I go, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are too funny. I would absolutely love to see Dolly or Reba or both. I love them both. Never made you do it? She's good for stuff like that. John Denver, that would have been amazing too. Wow. Yeah, I think in the little town that I grew up around mostly, because like if you guys don't know, I lived from one side of Wisconsin to the other, from the top to the bottom. I've lived all over Wisconsin. But the town that I lived near the most times slash the most amount of time, not continuously, but added all together, they had a concert every summer called Star Spangled Celebration. It happened during the 4th of July weekend generally. And they would shut down the local park, and they would have like, there'd be 1 or 2 like very big country stars, and then there'd be a half a dozen or so mid-level country stars, and then they would also have a stage or 2 for not quite local but not yet, making their own albums and stuff like that. And we went to that a few different times. I really enjoyed it. But I like everything. I like country music. I like R&B, rap, hip hop, soul, jazz. The only thing I really don't like is like the screaming stuff and the real heavy stuff. But I do like AC/DC, and I like some Nirvana. Some of it's too hard for me. You know, I like, AC/DC and Great White and Metallica and Guns N' Roses, stuff like that. But some of the stuff is a little bit too hard for me. So it really depends on it, kind of a song by song thing for me. But some of my favorite stuff though is the singers that sing like a cappella. Yeah, I liked Kiss. Yeah. Yeah, I like Pink Floyd too. You were grounded for 6 months? Being grounded for 6 months, so worth it. All right, so I'm not going to be able to see you guys while I'm picking the winners, but I will be back to that screen as soon as possible. We are going to pick 5 winners, and they get wrote down for our monthly live giveaway. And thank you guys for participating. Miss Bunny. Congratulations. Melanie J. Congratulations. Linda Fisk. Congratulations. Karen JSP. Congratulations. And last but not least, we have Puddin'. I love that name. Congratulations. There we go. Woohoo! Oh, my tea's all gone. But I will work on getting that tutorial video up for you guys tonight. So it'll go live probably tomorrow sometime. They said anybody that makes anything from that little tutorial will get an entry. If you choose to make one of my tank tops, which I can, it's, if you go into my channel and then to playlist, it's in the crochet tutorial playlist. I have a tank top. It's a beautiful pink, rather quite like this pink, that I made that tank top in. So that, if you make that, you will get 2 entries into our live giveaway. All you have to do to claim your entries is email me or put a picture on my community area so that I can see it and get you wrote down. Good excuse, I'm thinking. It needs some ruffled cheddar chips. That sounds yummy. By the end of the month. Yes, Miss Eden, I also knit. I have a couple knitting tutorials on my channel as well. Oh, Rocky Road ice cream. That sounds yummy too. Yeah, I don't get as much time to knit as I would like because as I was talking to someone the other day, I realized that I am probably my biggest enemy when it comes to selling stuff and having success that way on YouTube, because I do so many things that nobody really knows exactly what it is I do. Oh, yeah, I need to go on a diet too, Miss Bonnie. We can do it together. My thing is I don't really need to go on a diet because I don't eat enough to keep a 5-year-old alive. Mine is I need to be more active. I need to get out and do some more walking or get myself an elliptical so that I can get some more exercise while in the house, because I can't get on the treadmill. I pass out every time I get on the treadmill. I don't know why, but it makes me very, very dizzy and I end up passing out. So that's not a yeah, see, I wish portion control was my problem. Ice cream time and then the bed. All right. Well, you have a good night, Miss Sally, and sweet dreams. Yeah, quitting smoking will definitely do that. You have to find the right replacement for your hand stimulation and your mouth stimulation that isn't food. And I know that it's way easier said than done. I quit smoking back in 2013. I really struggled with it for a minute. Um, but I was finally able to overcome, and it's definitely worth it. Matter of fact, when I quit, I had a whole pack and I put it down and I walked away. And I found that pack like a couple of years later in the pocket of my jacket. And I had a good laugh and then I threw them away. Because, ew. But yes, congratulations on being able to quit. I know that you'll get it under control and figure out what works best for you, as far as what stimulants you need to replace that with. Yeah, I honestly I had to, because like I didn't not want to quit, but I had to. One, for my heart, and two, because at the time I was still had the kids at home. I was very, very sick all the time. One day I would have them, the next day I wouldn't, and going through that withdrawal all the time, plus dealing with the fact that I was sick all the time. It just was too much, and I finally had to just walk away. And the first couple days was hell. Let me tell you, it was not good. But after that, every day got better. Well, welcome back, Miss Lulu. You came back just in time for us to say goodnight, because I need to get a tutorial recorded for you guys, because my stuff was being a pain tonight. But I will have that up very soon. And I guess I also have to get to naming this yarn so that I can get it all ready for whomever decides to take it home. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I will see you again on Wednesday. Remember to have your party hat and party dress on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know it is a very, very busy night. I do realize that there are other lives going on that night that are generally normally scheduled lives. But, a podiversary only happens once a year. So I don't want to step on anyone's toes. People can choose where they want to go, or if you can handle going to more than one place at once, hey, do it. Go for it. You know. But I do hope that you at least stop in and say hi and hang out for a little while, even if you can't stay for the whole time because you got to be other places. I will see you on Wednesday. Bye, friends.